Okay guys, so what do we have going on in this pack? We have the double major, which is a weird spell, right? Because it doesn't copy a creature that's on the battlefield, so you have to have a creature in your hand that's worth doubling, and you need to be able to do this, right? I'm not a huge fan of this card. The Go Blank is fine, Cultivate is fine, the Witherbloom Apprentice is very good in that specific deck, the Leech is also good, the Professor is pretty good. Honestly, if I were to try to force a multicolor card, I'd force the Witherbloom Apprentice before the double major by a lot. I would take probably the blue bounce spell if it was here over the Apprentice, but I think I'm just gonna try to force this. The Twin Scroll Shaman is fine, the Elemental Summoning is good. Okay, so here's one of our big payoffs, right? Like, we're really not missing out on much. Like, Zoology Professor is probably, like, the better choice. I think we can just take this. The Necrotic Fumes. I like the Creative Outburst, but we have a lot of black support here, which I'm pretty happy with. I haven't drafted enough of the format to know like what I should be taking as far as like main board removal versus the Necrotic Fumes, but I think I probably just want the Fumes. The Mage Hunter's Onslaught is very good, and I think I want a lot of main board removal, but green-black seems to have a fair amount, so I don't think I have to take it super highly, so I'll take the free one for sure. I like that a bunch. I've drafted one Golgari deck, and we're not married to, you know, sorry, Witherbloom, but so far I've liked it. This could also work, you know, in the Silverquill deck. Lash is a good card. There's a lot of really powerful 2/2s. It was really weird. In my draft last night, I got a Lash last pick. Not really sure what to think about that. So I don't know if I should be taking Lash higher or lower. The Arrogant Poet is really nice in Witherbloom because you get a lot of life gain triggers. So all you need to be is one life ahead of your opponent, and, you know, Arrogant Poet can get in there and win the game. The Spectre is really nice because it's a life gain option, which can potentially trigger your other cards. And the Inkling Summoning is also very good. We could go a lot of different ways. I don't know, I could see an argument for probably Lash, Fen, and Summoning over the Poet, those three, I think. And when in doubt, take the removal. Again, I had a Lash last pick yesterday, so I'm really confused as to, like, maybe I'm taking that card too highly. Or I sat at a table with 7 people who were dumb. I don't know which. Let's see. Access Tunnel is pretty cute. This is the second Creative Outburst going around, so this deck is going to be pretty strong for whoever's on our left. Pledge Mage. I mean, I'll definitely take this introduction. A lot of times, you know, giving your opponent a draw feels bad, but this is a bonus removal spell that you got off of a learn ability, so it's not really a negative card advantage, and I have cast this a bunch where I'm just like, kill your blocker, lethal you. So, you know, you're not really getting this lesson until much later in the game, and it has felt very powerful to me. It also kills Bookworm, which is great. Big fan of killing those. Okay, we have a Biomathematician, which I'm a big fan of. We have the Bayou Groff. I don't know what that means. I think this Biomathematician is insanely good. The Combat Professor as well. And we're not stuck in Witherbloom, right? We have 2 good black spells and 1 green. So we could easily switch into like Combat Professor. I think it's probably the best card in the pack. I have drafted 0 Silverquill decks. Also, the Biomathematician is not a terrible card. It's not great splashing purposes, but I think I'll spec on the Combat Professor. I think it's by far the best card in the pack. I'm really happy to have it. We've got the late game draw. Oh, another Fumes. I will take this, but I will not take any more because we don't have any we don't have any learn abilities yet. What are the key learns in white black? So you want like the tap creatures, you want the +1/+1 in learn. That's really good, especially in Silverquill. So that's going to be a high pick for us. What is the black learn? The 2-drop make a pest. That one's really, really good. So those are the things we're really looking out for here, guys. I think this is the highest quantity of high quality lessons I have had this early in a draft. I'm pretty happy. Woo! I want to play with this. I want to play with this. Yes, please and thank you. Plus another combat professor, plus a dusk mage. It looks like our deck is wide open. I even like this guy. Honestly, he's going to be a 2/2 flyer for 2 a lot. But very, very happy to play this. Eek! Maybe just combat professor again. This card, I think, is going to be better for the overall theme. Combat professor is very good, but we don't want, like, oodles of 4-drops. So this is an interesting one, right? Because now we're seeing the Gruul is wide open. So we'll take this land, just in case we decide we want to splash something gruely. It's really important to know what your, like, related schools are, right? So the black splashes the green, the white splashes the red, and there are dual lands to, like, help with that. It's a little less important in green because some of the, like, cards allow you to fetch. And you can splash a completely different other monocolor card, but the highest power of cards is gold colors, and those usually pair. You can't splash 2 totally different gold colors. So this was our starting pack. We knew we had the Go Blank and we had the Leech. I think we have no 2-drops. So normally I would probably spec on the Go Blank instead. Star Pupil's actually kind of good for this. Doesn't feel as good though. I have not drafted a Silverquill deck, so I don't know how much I like this. Maybe I should try it. My instinct is to go with a 2/2 for 2. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Star Pupil is correct and I just don't know it. But like I said, I haven't played with it yet. The Flyers, fine. I like the removal, but in black we really don't need it. I'm even happy to, like, main board a Necrotic Fumes if needed. So we could just take a Flying Beater here. I would also... Nah. This is good enough to where I wouldn't rare draft, but it's close. A free late game Mythic is not the worst. We could take the dual land just in case we decide to splash. This... I don't know why the white enchantment is so awful. I like this hexproof card. It's good and annoying. I really like hexproof. It's so good and limited. I don't think we're splashing red, and if we are, it's not that. So I'm gonna take the uncommon for vault value, guys. Oh, Spiteful Squad Wield. Oh, goodness gracious. Great, it feels like we're in an open spot. Okay, I don't remember. I haven't drafted Silverquill yet, so I don't really remember what these cards do. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker, so sideboard. This is a pretty good card. This is not good. The Study Break is pretty close to what we want. I would rather have the +1/+1. And then we have Expel as well. There are some good cards here. Hopefully Study Break wheels. I'm always very partial to the removal spells, and these mechanics are good, but we don't have the counter synergy yet, so I think that I can go without this. Both uncommon good. I don't think Fracture's where you want to be in a best-of-1 format. I would much rather take the Expel. Combat Professor number 2. The black cards here kind of suck. Silverquill Campus would be nice to scry, but I will definitely take a Campus here. Pretty happy about it. Okay. We have a second Shadewing. We didn't get the Spectre of Fens to wheel, which made me a little sad. We have 1 2-drop, pretty happy for like a first year to wheel. Pretty happy about this. We really want that flying 2-drop the Poet, possibly, especially with cards like, you know, Leech Fanatic and anything else that might gain us any life. I would much rather, before thinking of the flying synergy, I would honestly much rather have some really good learn lesson spells. So the +1/+1 counter, I hope the Steady Break wheels, or the make a pest and learn. That would be much better than the Poet, I think. So this is sideboard material. I'd happily pick it up, but I don't think I'm going to pick it up over a draw or a lesson. I like this card a bunch. But I honestly feel like with the double fumes that our learn spells, our lesson spells are just so strong. So I think Study Break is better than I initially gave it credit for. I hope I get one of these draw things though. And again, oh, no, this is what I wanted. Probably want both, to be honest. The Demonic Tutor. Oh no. Demonic Tutor is not very good in limited, guys. It makes things flexible, but I kind of just want the guiding voice. I'm serious. That is true, actually. Yeah, if we had like an Elder Dragon, sure, but even then you have just as much of a chance of drawing the Elder Dragon first. Second Lash or a Hunt? Okay, I'll probably take the Hunt. We have very few 2-drops, we have only 1. And we actually got a fair amount of removal, and this is better so we can cut potentially the Study Break, which is the weaker of our spells. None of this is in our color wheels, so what are we likely to splash? I think we're more likely to splash the green than anything else. I've got 1 common archway already. Wow, these fumes are going around really late. But they make you sacrifice a creature. We don't have too many tokens. I actually kind of like this Hunter. He surprises me. And I also like this 2-drop. I mean, this is like almost the same-ish. I think the fumes is better, but we have 2, so we don't really need more. Steady Break Wield. I don't think we're running any of this. I don't think we're running this either. Just in case we need it, I guess we'll take this. Familiar. We'll take the Counterspell. The 2-year wheel. Wow. Biomathematician wheeling around. What is going on? The Fractures sideboard card. Yeah, the Pest Summoning will be really nice. If we had gotten that, we don't have it. But then taking more of the Necrotic Fumes would be, better. Hey, this Wield, huzzah. I'll take it. That's kind of what I wanted. Oh my gosh, I want these Biomathematicians. I love them. I just want like 7 of them in my deck. I think I would play 7. I think Semester's End is bad, right? I said it's a 2.5. Is 3 Combat Professors too much? I think the answer is no, especially not with 2 of the Shade Wings, right? 4-drops are a little, pricey, so you do want to be a little bit careful, but pretty happy to run 3 here. Hunt for Specimen. We have a lot of cards. Hunt for Specimen is pretty good. We actually have a complete playable deck right now. I actually thought we were in pack 3 that last time. This is pretty good, but I will take this Hunt for Specimen with all the Necrotic Fumes. Mage Hunter is really good, but we have 3 Combat Professors that are just better. 7 Combat Professors are too much? I think that is incorrect. That's 7 4-drop creatures is too much, even if they are very good. Ooh. Hello. What beautiful card do we have here? I had this in a sealed pool once. It was never seen. And then it was played against me in a sealed pool once, and it was played every game. Both situations were awful. You heard us discussing that card on the podcast, yeah. When is the podcast going on YouTube? I'm not a huge fan of this clever. The campus guide is unnecessary. We don't actually need the 2-drops as much because we have 2 Leech Fanatics and 2 Hunt for Specimens, which, you know, are good 2-drops. So I don't really like this card, but maybe. I would take the Inkling, but not this. Maybe this Golem? We have a couple of things that maybe want counters on it. I'm gonna take this. This looks really good and fun for Fliers. I like the Golem too, but I actually don't have very many things that target it. Defiant Strike is pretty good. We don't have any Mage. Spirit is pretty good. And the Pilgrim is quite annoying. Here's a Defiant Strike for the Golem. Yeah, not a huge fan of running necessarily 2 cards that are so on their own to try to make a good turn 4 play. This is a good on-color rare. You have Guiding Voice. I know that I do. Hey, this is the card I really wanted. That's great. But again, 1 card in my deck, and you can't really include the Defiant Strike that we got later, right? As justification to play a card. Like, play this mediocre card just in case you maybe find this other mediocre plus card. And in hopes of getting more mediocre plus cards to top it off. Star Pupil? I think that card might be better than I think, but we actually have a fair amount of counters now that maybe we want the Dueling Coach. I don't know if we need this combat trick. I think it's pretty good, and we actually have 4 good 2-drops, so we'd probably just take this. I don't know if it gets ran, but... yeah, our deck was finished, like, after Pack 2 almost. Like, definitely happy to have Quill, but... we have a lot of playables for sure. Sideboard. I actually might play that. Spirit. It's pretty nice. I wouldn't say dumping on it, just... I like cards that pull their own weight, not cards that need other cards to make them reasonable. We ended up with a lot more, so we can cut at least 1 study break. Definitely cutting first-year students, the worst of the 2-drops. The Fumes go on the board. This goes on the board. That's the worst. Board. In Limited, your sideboard is your entire deck, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, Big Ben, I never look at the lands at all until, because the lands are 17, right? So I can remove it and then fix it, and then we cut the cards, and then we have to go back and re-alter it. So cutting the land does not actually change anything. So my entire deck flies, so Spirit's actually, well, hold on a moment. Let's say maybe Spirit's actually not that good, but maybe it's better than this. I thought these might be good to kind of gum up the ground and let me get there in the air, because we kind of lose a race against a more aggressive deck. I think our potential cuts are like defend the campus and this. I do like this draw option. Creature count is fine-ish. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 good learns. Maybe we can also cut study break. I think 4 is good enough, right? Because we want, like, we can't really even cast all of these because we're stacking a creature, which we don't have a ton of. We want this and this. I think study break's probably the worst of them. We ended up with a lot more because of the Hunt for Specimens in Pack 2. So I actually like getting rid of study break and the sorcery speed pump spell. Keep the campus. It's a lot of 4-drops, but our curve is fine, right? We have a lot of 3-drops and a lot of 2-drops. So it's not like anything's wrong. Actually, we have 2 5-drops only with card draw. maybe we can afford to even go one less land. We also don't have any... Yeah, 2 5-drops in best of 1 is probably just a 16 land deck, actually. If I had like one more 5 or a 6, I would probably stay at 17, but I think we can be a little greedy here. In best of 1, this seems fine. Play an extra spirit to trigger here, plus, you know, give Dueling Coach another option. I like this. This feels strong. Also, you know, we have a little life gain to help us race in the air between the Leech Fanatics and the Poet's Quill. You do like 1 study. What would you cut over it? Like the Guiding Voice, the Quill, and the Hunt for Specimens are just better. So I don't know. And our creature count isn't super high. You like 1 study break over drawing cards? I don't know that I agree. But to be fair, this is my first time drafting Silverquill, so could be wrong. Like, we're not in Boros, I would agree, because we want to get in on the ground. But most of our creatures are evasive, so maybe it's going to be good for like a racing situation, but most of our, you know, we have multiple life gain characters, so I just don't know. We have like 1-drop removal plus draw. I'm on the draw, I'm fine with this. We have 3 draws to need it. Never didn't have it. No, not study break. I think that's fine. That's like one of the cards that is kind of a gotcha card. I don't really... someone said Pilgrim and then they played it. That's funny. So they can make an army of 3/2s. But this takes a lot of mana to do each turn. So they don't actually have like one of the engines online yet. Like this is a really good engine for the Field Historian. Do I sense a removal spell coming? Right. I didn't think that just returning this to their hand would be strong enough, so I wanted to hold open the Defiance. And I figured Spirit plus Defiance to a removal spell would be good enough. Now I do want to hold open the Defiance, because we're just going to have lethal here in a turn. I'm not going to cast the Specimen. Great. They don't have an answer. Fantastic. No removal Boros is the kind of Boros I like to play against. Oh wow, the free-to-play account's already in plat. I thought we've only done like one draft. Appreciate the vote of confidence, Pancake. This might get removed. Oh, nope, just learned. You've gotten 7 wins with Silverquill twice. It feels really strong. This is my first Silverquill draft, I think. I've done 1 sealed. But this is, I think, my first draft. I didn't get as many closing statements as I would have liked, but... I do want that thing to die. They could have not the bounce spells. Those are both 3. Okay, a counter spell. Test of Talents isn't something you see very often. I think I was happy to attack there with a good backup plan. I don't think they block most of the time. And this is fine. Certainly not good by any means. Well, they are out. I'm glad I didn't try to cast this and suit up. That would have been awful. I think the Fumes is better. A little tough. Any tips for new players? Yeah, actually. I can go over quite a bit. It depends what you're trying to do for draft or sealed or limited. Constructed in general, but I have mostly YouTube videos that have a lot of like tips for new drafters, which draft you should be doing, things like that. That's pretty good. I think I want more creatures. This exiles. I kind of want this exiled. Easy Kid, XRD, thank you guys for the subs. Really appreciate them. The games are going okay. This is my first draft of the day. I am just 1-0, I think. We're pretty massively paired up. That was pretty nice. They got a lot of cards off that, holy smokes. They got to draw twice in addition. Wow. not really scared of this yet. So I like casting a body. Awesome. Zazor, I'm glad to hear you enjoyed the content. Do I sense some counter magic? That is an instant, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack. So this what? Taps them, they don't untap? Is that what that does? They're 7 cards deeper in their deck than I am. Should we just kill this? What do I cast with this? Yeah, I guess we just do the Annihilation, right? Because we know they have it. What is it called? Shit. I don't know. Burying books also seems introduction. I don't like that you can't do a partial thing. Yeah, I probably should. I was gonna just do this, but I saw the timer and I panicked. I didn't know the name of it. Wait. So that goes up to a 4/4. So I can kill this and trade across the board? No, I think I want to keep this. And then switch the... I could have killed this too, but it's not ideal. They have a lot of cards. I get this back, which is really nice eventually. Ooh, they are 9 cards deeper in their deck. It's gonna be hard. Where's Mill when you need it? Learn. Oof. Definitely don't like them getting more learn. Ooh, that fractal's gonna suck. I'm short of being able to do both, huh? I like this first. fact, I was thinking about expelling it, but I think this fractal token might need expelling. I'm a little worried about another counterspell, but... No counterspell? Please? There's the uncommon that I won't be able to deal with. Good, it went through. And they've already shown one of the test of talents. I'm not going to play into a pump spell here. What is the dragon that they're splashing? Is it dragon, maybe? Oof. Big oof. Possibly, but what if they kill it in, you know, anyway? Oh no! Oh, I should have just... Oh, wait. Oh, I thought it gave reach. I was like, what in the Jiminy Christmas? Are they trying to bait me in? Fuck. Oh, great. Oh, great. I was like, I'm gonna cast it. Oh, I was gonna sack the tutu. I could have done it pre-combat. Is there something that gives reach in this format? Ow, my wrist hurts. Because I'm old and carpal tunnel-y. My World of Warcraft injuries. Hey, Airball, welcome back. Good to see ya. Oh, we finally get to see one of our flyers. I don't have a punchable face. Aw. Covert Go Nerd. What? You're not supposed to have that card. Great. Whoa, rude. Rip. Rip Poet's Quill. Wow, they must have a lot more. They must have another lash, because I know we've got these. I will happily trade this. Yep, that's kind of what we thought. Great. Hopefully they don't have another answer, though. And Owlkin can just shut them down. The wrist wrap is mildly intimidating. No blocks. All right, so the dueling coach here is a little bit of a problem. That's a nice one. Yep, that has to die. Huh. I don't know how I will ever deal with this spiteful squad now. Might have to exile it. Great. Oh, I guess I could have waited. They don't get the counters if you exile it? Yeah. Correct. I just was hoping to exile one of their flyers. Am I willing to trade this for both of those? Fumes for squad. We have the expel. They paid life. They paid the life anyway score. Well, they paid the life so they don't counter their own spell so they could learn the lesson, right? No, I'm gonna wait a turn. I think if they make the trade, I might be in trouble. Not really, though. They just have too many cards in hand. I'm a little scared of their card advantage. Okay, we have a lot more life than they do. And they have a lot of flyers. I think I should have I should have thought this turn through all the way. I should have gotten the fumes if I wasn't going to attack with the Owlkin. Great. That's awesome. I will take this. They are winning this race. I don't know if I actually want to attack. Top deck's incoming? I hope not. My frog is okay. Great. So do I play around their own hexproof card, or do I play around a pump spell? This'll get a counter. We'll get 2 counters. I think they're more likely to be able to... They're putting it on their lifelinker. Now this can jump at any point, which is kind of scary. Okay, they're spreading out the love a little bit. I don't think they would play this land if they didn't have, you know what I mean? They're gonna hold 1 card in hand. So they probably just have a land, I would assume. Let's see if they have a stick. Maybe I should have still given it to this. That way we had vigilance. We have 2 flyers. We're at 10. They alpha us. It's gonna be tough. They can't give this flying and lifelink to race us, most likely. Star Pupil, great. Ooh, now they can give it lifelink and flying, which is certainly nice. I will block. Now it has lifelink. What does this do again? that was fine. It got the combat trick out of their hand. It really didn't do all that much. They can pay mana to jump this. So they would trade with these two? I should have given it to the pilgrim again. Phoenix Rose, thank you for the raid, guys. We have more land than they do. We have... swords. Okay, that's a little annoying. They gave it lifelink. Gross. Come on. I like have none left to have problems with. Crap. They can still pay 4 to jump this. I'm just flooding out. I mean, it's a half of, I mean, it's a +1/+1 counter. Come on. Have you ever heard of a whiff? I've even thinned my deck with this dang pill. Only one creature? It doesn't need creature, it's a card, right? Exile a card from your graveyard. It's anything. They can jump 8 times. Yeah, we did. I mean, I could jump or I could double block. Does this help me in any way? I think it's too late. I can kill something, but it doesn't help me. I could exile. I should just exile something. Yeah, it's way too late. Oof. Too much land is too much land. Bad 16 land deck. Bad. Alright, 2-1. It's fine. Shake it off. Shake it out. This is fine-ish. They even got rid of my Poet's Quill, which was really sad. That could be cute. I have another one for Poet's Quill, so if they don't really play anything, next turn we'll just put the counters on the Fanatic. I will happily trade this Fanatic, if you wish it. That was a good trade. Lithics, welcome, welcome. Something is about to die. Let's play this. And this way when they kill our professor, we don't care so much. Oh, great. I should have actually given it to itself to play around Expel. Oops. Didn't get punished, so. Love the time we had with CGB. Yeah, it was really awesome. There's some more videos coming out. If you missed any of the live streams, there'll be some videos coming out this week that you should enjoy. Might as well be mana efficient. Hey, Pure Ambrosia, welcome. How are you? We're doing it, team. We're doing it. Okay, I will draw. You just watched the Prismari deck? Yeah, that was a really fun one to make. Oh, they have 2 damage? Or, yeah. What else could that be? It has to be a Lash, right? Protected our other guy here a little bit. Would you like some land on top? Would you like some land on top? The answer is no. Man. Oh wait, the answer was yes. I see. I mean, yeah, I kind of want to save it. Oh, I didn't even remember that it gave plus 2 plus oh. I didn't even think about that being lethal. Okay, accidental lethal. Unlocked. I was like, it saves it, and I hit them for 3. Nope, I hit them for 5. Oopsie. I don't know why I thought about that so long, other than I literally didn't know. Well, I mean, it was a little bit better than just clicking buttons. I thought it through. I decided to save my creature. Can we draw all of our colors? We had this plus the Silverquill last time. Alright, well, whatever. I'm not going to 5 on the play. The worst. Oh my gosh. No, I didn't know that it had flying. Thank you. Or it didn't have death touch. Wow, you guys are savage. Should have played this instead of the other one. Savage or brutal honesty? Tomato, tomato. Alright. Not a huge fan of what's happening here. You guys remember when we had all that mana? Wasn't it great? Holy shit. How do I get out of this one, guys? Thinking about just fuming at the Drake, but I think I will wait and probably just die to something way worse. Pilgrim does fetch a land, but I had a good play with this 3-drop instead, right? And then it got bounced. That was the original plan, is to keep the pressure high because this Pilgrim shut the whole board down. Oh, that card's super bad. Shit. That card's actually way worse. think I have to get rid of that. I sacrifice. Oh, it's exile. Never mind. I've been stuck on 3 mana, so I could either, you know, play the Pilgrim, or I could go for the Dusk Mage counter combo to match everything they have on the board, and then some, keep pressure high, force them to trade the Drake, redraw. Counterspell obviously puts a little bit of a wrench in that, but... it needs to go down soon, though. Do I want to trade this for that? Next turn, we can play both. They have so many lands. It's crazy. That card's not very good. Great. Oh, never mind. I thought this was the Spellbook Satchel. This card is fine. Next turn we can Spiteful Squad for this, I hope. We can take a few beatings. I'm not really willing to trade this for the Aerialist. I would trade it for the Drake, but not for the Aerialist. So what I might do next turn, well, I think we have a Spiteful Squad, and then maybe move the Poet over the Combat Professor is what we want to do. These are some long, grindy games, and they draw so much. They're 7 cards deeper in their deck. Oh no, that needs to be killed. Shh. Oh, come on. You're killing me, Smalls. Shit. So we could trade... oh good, they didn't do anything. Great. This has to die. Yeah, they've outvalued us from the beginning, but we were also stuck on land forever, guys. Is this the game we mulled to 5? And just got stuck? Like, there's not a lot we can do, so... So this will trade for the Drake, but, and then we can play the Spiteful Squad, move this over, and this will start being able to box and hopefully gain life and trade, right? Probably want to put them... Guess... on here. If they ever draw a bounce spell or anything, we're just dead. And now, hopefully, we can start to race a little bit. Right, they can swing in for 5, 6, 7, 8. We can swing back for 4. 5, you know, Vigilance, Lifelink. That's weird, because I've found that they're pretty landslidey. I run into very few games like this, but also this is my first time drafting Silverquill. I mean, it's kind of a mix, right, of grindy games, but I feel like that's what you're going to get with the different schools. You know, each school lends itself to a different play style, so... Well, they scried 2 top and drew. So that's not good. That sucks a lot. Great. That undoes all of my planning. Rude. Fuck. You're killing me, Smalls. Okay, well. So our next best option is now to move this over here. And now, next turn, we can Combat Professor, trade this for that, and then gain the life that way. I think is our only option. They're 12 cards deeper in their deck. That is so awful. Oh my gosh. How am I gonna race this? Our games have not been very good, guys. We've either flooded out or screwed in the last 3 games. Have a good night, Smooth. Thanks for hanging out with us. How do we get out of this? No, I mean, if he just attacks with everything, I go to 1. If he ships them, I take 8. And I can potentially eat what I want to eat, which is... still in his favor. I would agree with that. The spiteful squad counters go onto the professor, which I then have vigilance, which helps. I would have gained an extra 2 life with this, killed some stuff. They don't have an answer. We are not dead, I think. Okay, we go to 6, but we can gain 4. We can block the biggest things, right? Take exactly 8, but gain 4. They bottomed it. That's good. We need them. Their upkeep drawing. What do you have? Frostlinks? You bottomed it again? What do you have? Oh god. Stop having things. Just attack for 6. Great. Thank you. Great. Boo. I'm so stressed out right now. Any reason you're not playing the swamp? They had no answers in their deck? Oh my god. Oh, my tiny heart, it can't take it. It can't take it anymore. Oh. So keeping a land is for a couple of different reasons. In limited, oftentimes you'll have cards that want you to discard. Sometimes learn spells actually let you discard. There are lessons and all sorts of things like that also that want you to have those options. I would say also, like, oftentimes you hold it for a bluff, but I didn't say that this time because they actually saw what was in my hand because their card let them. So that's not really quite it. Funny. I was like, I wonder if, like, I maybe want to just do this instead of casting that. Wow. Mirror match. Alright then. Decent draw. They'd probably play this. This is not a good race for us. They're certainly ahead here. That is not a race we are winning, so... It's not going well. 4-5. I'm worried that if I take this, I won't be able to do anything else. I was literally thinking if we top deck the Quill, we will be sad that we don't have a creature. Great. Scry top, that's no good. Happy for this. Ooh, big drainer. Okay, okay. That's pretty good. It's a lot of damage per turn now. Great. How many times do they activate this now? Just once, right? 6. Yeah, yeah. Okay, they're good. They're quite a ways away from doing it more times. This is a losing proposition right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna go to 1. Oh, please tell me this is like +2/+2 in vigilance. I want my mommy! Scry top! Oh no! Okay. Nice draw. Nice draw. Shit. Okay. We tried. We tried our hardest, guys. I did my very best. So next game we cut 5 lands. We're running a 16 land deck. We're 4-2. We're still in the, like, you know, basically profit. Break even. And our deck seems good, but the lands are going very poorly. We've mulliganed a lot. We've flooded. We've been stuck. Hey, the old, welcome. The old crow. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. We're playing some sweet limited here today. suppose that's better. Hey, thank you so much! I appreciate the first time Prime sub. That's amazing. Thank you, thank you. After this draft, guys, we'll do some gem draws. I owe you some from yesterday, so it's the least I could do. If there's a combat trick or something here, that's okay. The Old Crow, thank you! Tier 1 hype. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Oh, awesome, Sinvec. Not masterpieces, right? You're talking about the, I see. Okay, we just got 2 for 1 to buy a mythic. Old Wolf, thank you! 6 gifted subs, guys. Huge hype. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Mystical Archives. Okay, good. Just making sure you ordered the right one. Alright, no more land. How does our opponent have so many cards? I mean, we got 2 for 1 for day, but it's kind of it, right? Pretty happy to trade this with the professor. Old Wolf, thank you very much for the gifted subs, guys. I really do appreciate the support today. Awesome. All right. Double combat professor and an arrogant poet. They're not gonna like this race, though. Am I willing to trade it for these 2? I think the answer is yes. What should we name with Silencer, guys? Oh, I should have moved this. Oops. They're just gonna... Oh, they're gonna scry. I was like, they're gonna what now? Pay 4 to make this flying for free? Nice. That's awesome, guys. Thank you very much for the hype train. I just noticed that we were on one. It's awesome. Oh, I was thinking about naming that too. The Annihilation. The Poet's Quill just makes it like such a difficult... Sinvac! Thank you very, very much, Sinvek. New hype train level. That is awesome. Thank you, thank you. Non-land permanent. Rip Silverquill now. I am A-okay with this. I want to trade this just for that. I think the answer is yes. I think they used their Day of Judgment just a little too soon. How could Prof turn on you? I don't think Prof is a combat professor. He's definitely a professor. I don't think he's combat professor though. I'm starting to play very poorly, super sloppy, because I have to pee. Take a break after this one. Do some gem draws afterwards. Makes it far more hard, like difficult to concentrate, right? Harder to concentrate. A tube in a bottle? That's gross. And it doesn't really work that way for girls. Second Day of Judgment? Huzzah! Someone is about to go to school! Thank you, Sinvek. Appreciate it. Alright, against black. What do we name, guys? I never know. Someone said Onslaught? I don't know what it's called, though. Necrotic fumes, that's a thing. Which, I don't know. Is there a way to rewind the drafting? No, this is live. I don't rewind real well. You could watch the VOD later, or you could watch YouTube videos and see the drafting process through the whole way. That's helpful. I thought for sure they'd block. You almost always go with Mage Hunter's Onslaught. That's what I was thinking too, honestly. You get to draw a card off this, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. I can't imagine they want to chump, but I like spreading out the damage evenly. It's the one that's more commonly played, because it just makes them take a little damage. It doesn't do anything that's too crazy. I hope they have Expel, because nothing is going to be tapped. They're gonna kill themselves with this. Great. Love it. No, we've lost twice. We had some really bad mana issues for a couple of games. Yeah, these are really hard for me to use because I never know the names of cards. It is the final boss, Porter, yes. Against black. What is it? It's Mage something? Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Great, that'll be fine. How you doing, Porter? Glad to see ya. Porter came down for the meetup. We played some in-person Settlers. It was really fun. I'll make this trade still. Ooh, that card's really good. Takes black to equip. Don't like that at all. Hey, Enduring, how are you doing? Final boss, I think, guys. 6-2. Win or lose is our last game with the deck. That thing's gonna be annoying. But I need some time to stabilize. Fortunately, it's time I really don't have. We're flooding out a little bit, but not too bad. If we hit a black source, we can make this a really big attacker. Life gain, all sorts of goodies. I have a lot of cards in hand, though. Not really sure how I'm gonna get out of this. Okay. Where the swamp's at? Yeah, I wish I knew. I'm gonna need to race them in some way, I think, which looks like this. Next turn we have a, a 6/6 lifelinker, which probably races pretty well. One removal spell though, and we're wrecked. They got bogged down in the deck. Clever. I have not killed with the Crushing Disappointment yet. Interesting. Why would we give this flying? Because you have a +2/+2 pump spell? I actually don't think I can afford to take that much damage now. Maybe I should have waited for the counters until I put the quill on so I could attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They attacked with the first year for some reason. I think this is +2/+2 and hexproof. That's 9 damage. Combat Professor off the top. There's 3 of them in the deck. We also have this now, right? Which is a little bit better. Not great, but... if this turn doesn't hurt too badly, we can actually, you know, maybe even crushing... yeah, we could probably crushing disappointment here if they take 6. What? Really? Oh yeah, the pump spell. 2... okay. Maybe not. Maybe it is plus... maybe it's -2, -2. Yep. Great. Scry 1 bottom, 1 top. Great. We're back in it. We're back in it, team. Awesome. Thank you for showing me your land. Appreciate it. I guess they can gain this back, but it's kind of a wash, I guess. Happy to kill this. Great. No counters. Ooh. This is a hell of a draft. So as always, guys, I will post a copy of this in the Discord for anybody who is looking for help on their decks. You guys can always check it out. I basically just post pictures, and then that way you guys can skim through any of the 7 deck, wins. I don't post them all, obviously, but which cards are doing well for me, which ones aren't. Just a nice little added resource for you. I'd like to give a special thank you to those of you who have signed up for our Patreon. I couldn't make this content without you. Also to Cool Stuff Inc. and KMC Sleeves for supporting the channel as well. Definitely check them out and use our discount codes to support the channel.